You might remember last year when talented entertainer Cascading Carlos wowed us on the Mid-South audio stage with his impressive juggling acts. With infectious energy and a true joy for juggling, Cascading Carlos has been on fire. And no, we're not just talking about his signature shirt. Just recently, Carlos was awarded his third Guinness World Record in Ocean City, this time for the highest helicopter devil sticks toss. And just like the audience that was in attendance that day, you're sure to be amazed by the surprises that we have in store. And joining us on the Mid-South audio stage is the man himself, Carlos Mir, better known as Cascading Carlos. Welcome.
Well, thank you for having me on DelmarvaLife. I really appreciate it.
And it's only fitting that you are on a surfboard on a barrel, right?
Yeah, right.
We were joking about that, but you're kind of at home on there, aren't you?
Mm-hmm, yeah, it's very comfortable up here, yeah.
Very second nature, which is really cool. So tell us about all your stuff. You have like this great playground of toys here.
Sure. Well, what I love about juggling is it really helps build a lot of inner core strength in your body, you know, from your brain to your stomach to your feet and ankles. So juggling is great. So I have many things from ball juggling, which is great for your brain because it's the #1 defense for dementia, put out by the Alzheimer's Association in 2009 because it actually stimulates brain growth. So it's really important to keep your brain engaged and moving. It's also great for your cardiovascular system. It's great for building self-esteem. It's great for anyone with ADHD because it helps with multifocusing, single focusing, and hyperfocusing. So it's a really good activity. Then you can throw in other tricks like balancing boards, which are really great. We've got your basic elementary balancing boards, then you got your bongo board, then you have your endo boards, then you have your rollabola boards, and then you have your new slackline boards. So there are many different kind of balancing props for that. And then there are also some spinning props. So you've got poi, you've got devil sticks, and then you've got the Chinese yo-yos or the diabolos that really help bring in that building self-esteem kind of a feel, because once you accomplish the tricks, you feel really proud of yourself. and everyone claps, and so it's really a lot of
inspiring.
Fun. Yeah, it's really fun.
So now you started when you were 10, but professionally when you were 30. So you've been doing this for over 30 years.
Yes, I've been doing it for 30 years. The first couple of years, I might have done maybe 5 or 10 shows in that year, but now I'm doing almost 300 shows a year, which is amazing. I'm very thankful for the Delmarva community for booking me and keeping me in their activities. You know,
right, so
really neat.
Let's talk about your 3 Guinness World Records. How cool is that?
Oh, it's one of my, it's a big, like, emotional pride in me. You know, it really brought out the self-worth in me, and never thinking I'd ever be in a Guinness World Record when I was 10 years old. Never even could imagine it, because the juggling for balls and things like that are just way up there. 14 juggling balls, I mean, I can barely do 5. And so to put 14 in the air and keep it going is amazing. And then with rings, it's 17, which is amazing. And there's years of practice to get to that level. And so I was very passionate about the Chinese yo-yos and the diabolos, and I was throwing them really high. And then out of nowhere, someone in the audience asked me what the Guinness World Record was, and I didn't know, and he looked up on his phone and actually found it online and said, basically, it's 64 feet, you're throwing it 80 feet, you should apply. And I applied, and then I got it.
Wow.
So that was starting my whole mission, and that's when I decided to quit my day job and went straight into juggling, and it just snowballed. And then I wanted to do another one, because challenging yourself is really important, I think, in life. I mean, just challenging yourself by making your bed every morning is a really good start for your day, let alone challenging yourself with doing some push-ups, sit-ups, or eating healthy. And those are, you know, people don't think that's a challenge, but I find that to be challenging, because the food out there is so, you know, you never know, you know, so you have to balance that. And as well as you have to also look at that point of challenging so that you can achieve new things and put yourself in an uncomfortable situation, in a sense. So I find that challenging also gives me humbleness, because you have to practice for it, and then if you don't get it, you have to really practice harder.
Right.
You know, you don't just give up, you just practice harder, and then that's where you go for it. And that's why I like challenging myself, and doing the Guinness World Records also really shows a level of skill. So I was really excited to be a part of it.
It pushes your boundaries.
Yeah.
So now, when you do shows, you actually get the audience involved, right?
Sure, yeah.
Do you have any memorable moments where you had somebody who was involved?
I have 2, but the main one was just recently, it passed. Her name was Brooke. She was about maybe 6 years old when I interacted with her the first time, spinning plates, teaching her how to juggle. And then I've been interacting with her for 3 years. And then this past year, she came up to me and goes, Mr. Carlos, I want to tell you something. And I was like, okay. And she goes, guess what? I am now a Guinness World Record holder, and it was because of you motivating me to become a Guinness World Record holder. So I motivated this young lady to, strive for her best, and she went out and did it, and she got a Guinness World Record. So that really made a lot of impact in my life, just to see that I have motivated other people, let alone to see some young girl who never thought she could be a Guinness World Record, and then she did it. Because I kept telling her, just go for it, go for it.
Yeah.
And so she stands on the ground, jumps 33 inches high, and lands on a board up that. So she jumped dead jump, where you just stand and jump, and that's really hard to do, to jump that high.
Right.
And then to be only, I think she was 8 when she broke the record. So to be only 8 years old and to break a record like that, so she was really exciting.
At this stage of the game, it's got to be very rewarding for you to inspire the next generation.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
And
so.
I get more joy in that. I really enjoy that process where you see the light bulb turn on someone, where they go, oh, I got it. Oh, this is so cool.
All right, well, stick around, because we're going to come back to the Mid-South Audio stage for some more. Actually, we're going to see more than just his incredible balance, but his jaw-dropping juggling is coming up. So stay with us. DelmarvaLife, we'll be right back. Take a look at this. 3 camera angles set up in Ocean City. As you can see, Cascading Carlos preparing for his Guinness World Record-breaking devil stick toss. Pretty cool. Look at that. It's amazing. Your hand and eye coordination is unbelievable. And we are back here on the Mid-South Audio stage with the man himself, Cascading Carlos. And I understand that you might be able to show me some juggling tips.
Sure. Well, if you haven't learned how to juggle, the first thing you have to do is practice with 1, because we don't want to start you out with 3.
Practice with 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I always say, think of your nose at the peak of the mountain, your hands are at the base of the mountain, your palms are facing the sky, you're going to use mainly your wrists, and you're going to toss it over your nose, keeping it right in front of your eyes. That way you can see the ball straight ahead. You're looking straight ahead. You're not following the ball. You're just looking straight ahead.
Okay.
Once you have that ready, you're ready for your second ball.
Okay.
So you don't bring both and throw them at the same time, because they'll collide. So you throw the first ball. When it hits the peak of the mountain, the timing is to throw it then. If you throw it down here, it's really hard to catch. So you want to throw it when it's at your nose. So you go up, up, down, down, up, down, down. A lot of people think this is juggling. I don't consider this juggling. I consider this throwing a baseball in a glove, right? Because so many people are used to that. You have to go up, down, down, creating that cascading pattern. Then I always say it's hard to start with 2 balls in one hand and catch 2 balls in one hand. So this is a good practicing technique. You put 2 balls in one hand, toss it over, catch, toss it over and catch, and then back and forth. And when you can do that, you're ready to bring in the 3rd ball. Once you bring in the 3rd ball, you always start with a hand with 2.
Okay.
And then we're going to toss the first one, second one, third one, and then you got a nice traditional cascade. Nicely done, Steve. Nicely done. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
My college education is coming back to
reap
rewards. So now I understand you learned some stuff in clown school or a clown class?
Well, I did take a clown class at Salisbury University. That was an awesome opportunity to be taught by a professional clown expert from Russia. So it was really neat. It was a 400 level class. Basically, we talked about timing, comedic timing, and everything was about showmanship on the stage. So that really gave me some insight on how to act on a stage or how to interact with your audience. And I think that's what clowns do the best, is they really interact with audiences. I know they can be a little scary because of the new movies that come out. They make them all scary. I don't consider myself a clown. I'm more of a juggler, and I stick with the juggling lane as my routine. But I do like interacting with the audience, and I do like pulling them up and trying to teach them. The most exciting thing that I could say, if I can teach you how to juggle, I've been tracking it. So I have up to 510 people I've actually taught how to juggle. I have them all on my website, so you can check it out there. But my goal is to teach 1,000 people. I did try to be a Guinness World Record to do that, but they wouldn't allow that a task. I wanted to see how many people I could teach and be the most person, the person that taught the most people how to juggle. And they said they can't prove that you didn't know how to juggle.
Right. Okay.
So by that, I said that was fair. All right, we won't go for a Guinness World Record, but I am going to go for my personal record of teaching 1,000 people and documenting it.
Sure.
So that's what I'm doing right now.
That's wonderful. Yeah. So that's great. So anytime you get an opportunity to see Carlos, he might give you a tip and see if you can figure it out, which is good. So we were talking about your Guinness World Records, and you are going to pursue more, I would assume.
Oh,
right?
yes. I definitely have. In April, I'm going to pursue something which it always hurts when someone beats your record. So I had one of my Guinness World Records was recently beaten. It was basically the devil sticks, spinning them fastest in 1 minute. My record was 1:13. The individual that broke my record lives in Montana, and he did 128. So my personal record was 132, but when I was doing the Guinness World Record, I only needed to go over 106. So I went and I hit 113, and I just said, that's good, we'll go with that. And so now I have to challenge myself to go to 132, and so that's what my goal is. And I'm hoping to do another one where I'm going to do how many propeller spins in 1 minute I can do. So I'm going to go for 2. But I'm definitely going to go for the one that I want to reclaim, the one that I had.
Right, yeah, that's kind of like records are made to be broken, but not your record,
yeah.
Right? All the other records. But now show us, you had one other thing you had. Was it the Diablo?
Yeah, the Diablo, yep. So you have the Chinese yo-yo and the Diablo. So the Chinese yo-yo would be looking like this one. This is a classic one from 1940. It was made out of bamboo. So it's really a historical piece that I found a while back. And then it whistles when the wind goes in here and you spin it, it whistles. This is a Diabolo. A lot of people call it Diablo, which is D-I-A-B-L-O, and this is pronounced Diabolo, and it's spelled D-I-A-B-O-L-O, and it comes from the Latin word diabolus, which means cross throat. So to spin these are really fun. You have to learn how to spin them. Now, if you're into physics, this is great for physics because we all know that Isaac Newton was a famous physicist. He says if you throw something up, it must come down. So we know if you throw it straight up, it will come straight down. Now we have to learn how to throw it. So to throw it, your hands go wide. This is called motion of relativity. This is physics. This is how my Guinness World Record of throwing them the highest in the world. Over 8 stories high and catching it like that.
8 stories?
8 stories, yeah. I did it at the Holiday Inn on 66th Street down there. And then we got to do some really cool tricks. This is called the whip spin. I get it going really fast so I can send it up the string. This is called the elevator, going right up, going right back down, going right back up, going right down, flip it up. Now I used to perform on the boardwalk in Ocean City, and and then that happens sometimes, and you have to just start over again. But basically, I performed on the Ocean City Boardwalk, and right in front of their roller coaster called a tidal wave. So I call this one the tidal wave because it reminds me of the Ocean City roller coaster. It goes right up, and it comes right back down, does a loop, comes right back down. I got to get it going faster. Woo! We go right into Cat's Cradle. Fill that out, coming right back out. And then we got to go sailing. If you like sailboats, here's your sailboat of the day.
Look at, oh my gosh, truly amazing. It really is.
All right.
Cascading Carlos, you guys aren't here to put $1 in his jar over here, but I know we'd be putting 20s in there. This is really impressive stuff.
Yeah.
For folks who want to see you, we're going to put all the information up on our website. So folks, if they want to hire you out or come see you somewhere, they'll be able to track you down. It's amazing what you can do. It's crazy, isn't it? Fantastic. Cascading Carlos, thank you so much for being here. Best of luck with the records. We hope you get all of them back.
Thank you, Steve.
And
Thank
then
you.
some.
And then some, yeah.
And of course, we'll be right back with more Delmarva Life here on the Mid-South Audio Stage.